but I think everybody's starting to jump in now.
You started off as only students to one college, and then it spread to all colleges. Now there is no need for a college ID. It's just open, wide open.
Really?
Yes, really.
It's compelling.
I know. I hate.
It's really great stuff.
Hey, did you guys ever write that song about being in someone's top 8?
No.
What top 8
Next
song?
topic.
Yeah, in somebody's MySpace top 8.
Yeah, about like
This is called a callback.
I'm not even in my top. I'm not even in your top 8. That was the song we were singing that day.
yeah, like a year ago, we talked about how we were going to do a hardcore
gonna let Fall Out Boy do
MySpace
it.
song or like an emo MySpace song, and we never did it. Wow, you guys really shouldn't be chewing on the air. It's really awful.
We're at the Staten Island Zoo.
Can I be the?
That's what I asked before. I thought I got a response of no, that it wasn't able to be heard.
It wasn't for me. I didn't understand what you were asking me then.
Keith is Mussolini.
By Staten Island Zoo, does Freddie mean like the Z Morning Zoo? Or like, hey, guys, it's Wacky Chew time.
So, last week I wanted to talk about a story that I never had a chance to get to with all the other things that we got to. There was a woman who missed a flight at an airport in, I believe it was Phoenix. Hold on. I actually have my notes from last week that'll tell me that, and then I could do my follow-up. Carol Gottbaum, 45 years old. She was at a Phoenix airport. She missed her flight. She made a whole big deal and scene after missing her flight, for which she was arrested and dragged away. When she was arrested and dragged away, they put her in a holding cell and left her with her cuffs on. When they returned 8 minutes later, she was dead. She manipulated her cuffs in such a way that she wound up choking herself to death in this holding cell. This week, her husband apparently was on the phone with her when he knew this was happening, and he was calling the airport and the police saying, "My wife is suicidal. My wife is suicidal. Do not treat this as a regular arrest because she's going to, there's going to be a problem. She's on the edge right now. She's losing her mind." She apparently had substance abuse problems, and the flight that she missed was the flight that was taking her to rehab to try and straighten out her life.
Oh my God!
So this woman lost her mind about missing it. Looked at this as some sort of sign that she was supposed to not be doing this and not cleaning up her life and just be dead. She was suicidal, and this guy is calling the police and the airport, crying, saying, "Please, you gotta, my wife was just arrested," and apparently his call, they kept telling him, "Well, you're gonna have to wait for them to call you back." They took his number. They never called him back. They called like 3 or 4 different times. They never called him back until they called him about a half hour later to tell him that his wife was dead.
No, they treated it differently. They walked into the cell and they choked her out until she died. That's how
Did
they
she
treated
choked
it.
herself? That's trying to get out of the restraints?
That's apparently well. I don't know if it was an accidental thing or the fact that she actually did it intentionally. They didn't really specify.
Are they saying that they're looking into the case of death?
No, they said don't even worry about it. No biggie. No big.
Wait, I thought she was white.
Yeah, I don't get this gimmick. I don't get this gimmick. It's like the.
So that's weird, man. Who's going to be blamed for this? It's going to have to be the airport people.
The police department definitely is going to be held somewhat accountable. But the woman, the thing is, it might be that it's a suicide too. The fact that the guy is saying she was suicidal and she was planning on killing herself anyway, so they'll probably get out of it. The thing is, I don't think you're supposed to be in cuffs in a holding cell, though.
No, you're not supposed to be.
Ever.
I know. In New York, you're not supposed to be. I don't know what the laws are every place.
Even if you're like crazed, manic.
No, that would be the point of the cell that you're in.
No, yeah,
or a straitjacket.
Yeah.
Well, you're only supposed to be restrained until you get to the cell, and then from there you.
Precisely, and that's the point.
But if you're on suicide watch, don't they restrain you?
Well, they didn't have her on suicide watch. She was just a person who was going to the airport. These guys arrested this girl who was making a scene. And she was run as they dragged her to the airport. She screamed like, "What are you doing to me? I'm not a terrorist. I'm not a terrorist."
Was she related to the public advocate in New York City, Betsy Gottbaum? Because I saw a story,
maybe,
and they were showing Betsy Gottbaum, and then they were showing a picture of a female relative of hers, but I don't remember the name, and I don't know what it was about.
I'm sure it probably is. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Somebody's in trouble.
Ooh. Speaking of somebody's in trouble, how about the Denver Broncos running game? How about that being in trouble? The new Ricky Williams, Travis Henry, the third time tested positive for marijuana. He will likely
that was the third time.
Will be arrested and will be banned. Actually, he probably won't be arrested, but he will.
You can't arrest somebody for testing positive.
Yeah.
Or something.
Oh, I want him to be though.
They're gonna put him in a cell with his cuffs on.
I'm saying after this, they're going to arrest him. No, will likely be.
He won't get arrested till he kills somebody and then tries to get away.
No, they don't. Well, that's arrest, but you don't go to jail for that.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
It's not until you steal your own memorabilia back later that you go to jail. Well, Travis Henry.
Just like Thurman Thomas.
Travis Henry, 3 strikes you're out. He's fighting it, but I'm going to say that if he's in your fantasy league, you might want to think about dropping him pretty soon. He's probably going to play this week. Actually, although he's injured too.
Oh, he's going to
Him
play?
and Cadillac Williams.
Oh, Henry.
No, Cadillac Williams has never smoked pot ever in his life. I know.
Yeah, but
I know firsthand.
He's out for the year.
Yeah, whatever. Football, sports.
Hey, do you guys like watch movies?
You're killing me now.
Please tell me that you just saw the Darjeeling Limited. And you want
No. I actually just saw Brokeback Mountain.
Never seen it.
Now he's
It's a good movie. It's not the greatest movie in the world. It is very well directed, so it did earn its Best Director nomination. But I have a little issue.
Which is what?
I think his issue is the fact that he loves talking about things we talked about on the show.
I was going to
say
last week.
I've never seen it until this week.
Understood.
So I mean, I probably skipped through the spoiler alerts, but here's my issue. I was under the impression that it was supposed to be basically 2 straight guys that kind of found a kind of kinship that they could only express in in love, and like making love and having sex and stuff. But upon watching it, I noticed that Jake Gyllenhaal's character, I forget his name, but he seemed a little more seductive in the beginning. Do you know what I'm saying?
More, he was the top, yeah.
But is that an accurate portrayal of that movie, or like was that intentional?
You saw the movie, right? That was your interpretation of it. Then that would be an accurate portrayal of it, right?
Great. So much for debate and conversation.
No, but I just don't understand what I mean. It wasn't. There's no archetype that he was supposed to be fitting into. It was a film that he was in, and that was the part. That's the way you interpreted the part. I don't understand.
I think you're saying
the actor. I'm saying the character.
Vito, you're suggesting that the movie was misrepresented to you. You were expecting to see one thing, and you saw a different thing.
I guess that's true. I
mean, you wanted to watch 2 straight men having sex with each other.
Oh, totally. I hate you.
Yeah, I'm not getting the point though. I'm not really understanding what you mean by like you thought one. It's not like it was a thing that he was supposed.
Well, look, I mean, I went in knowing that it was a movie about 2 men falling in love with each other. So I mean, my eyes were at least open there. But I assumed that it was characterized a different way, and I just want to know if anybody else saw what I was seeing.
Yeah, I went into it knowing that it was the gay movie. That's what I knew about it when I watched it. That's all I knew. I didn't know about it being like that. There were straight guys who became gay, or
2 dudes were going to do it.
One guy seduced. I just knew that it was shocking because gays were going to have sex.
I just knew they were going to be showing boobies.
That's all I knew about the movie.
Jake's?
Yeah, male boobies.
No, actually, female boobies. Where there was full
Dawson's Creeks.
I blocked that out. I enjoyed the rest of the film despite that. Yeah, we actually had this conversation on the air like a while back. I don't think it was a particularly good movie. I wouldn't if I went to go see it. I wouldn't fight to get my money back. But it was whatever. It was just it was
good for gay porn.
No, it wasn't even. Although watching him spit in his hand was pretty hot. Yeah, but I didn't go in with the preconceived notion that it was supposed to be straights becoming gay together. Like one guy was a little more aggressive and was the seducer as opposed to the seducee. And I didn't have a preconceived notion that wasn't what was supposed to be. The preconceived notion was, hey, this is the gay movie that everyone's doing jokes about because they're cornballs. That's what I knew about the movie.
I wonder if there's a chance to watch that movie without having heard, if anybody's ever watched that movie without having heard, like the commentary about it. This is about
yes,
you guys.
A woman that my wife works with, a 65-year-old woman, went to see it with her husband because they thought it was about cowboys, and she ran out of the theater.
She really? She
ran
out of the
I'm not
theater?
making that up.
Oh.
I don't think she screamed.
Was it because of the women's
She screamed
nudity?
because when she looked over at her husband, there was something was out.
They were fagging in there. Oh! All right, so the other thing I want to get to before this show draws to a close, we got like 10 minutes left, and I want to make sure we have enough time for this. I teased it last week. The Vanity